it's me, Ben Foden, again on FloRugby, and we look forward to the next big game at the weekend, New Zealand versus Argentina, part 2. I'm joined by Argentinian royalty, none other than Juan Leguizamon, who will be hopefully looking forward to a result of the weekend better than the one that's just gone, because you couldn't have been happy with that, Juan, the performance that went in.
Hi, Benjamin. How are you? Thank you for the invite.
Yeah,
I'm looking forward to watching this game. Hopefully, the boys fixed some of the problems they had last week, but it's going to be hard. New Zealand is playing a very, very good rugby. So, but who knows? You know, Argentina, they made a few changes too. So we'll see how it goes. I'm not going to say anything.
You don't want to jinx them. You don't want to. Yeah, I know the feeling. Obviously, was it surprising to you, the result? I was quite surprised, just because, Argentina are very much a team on the rise, and they've got a young squad. They've made a lot of changes, new coaches and that sort of stuff coming into the fold, and new players coming through. But what I always sort of like about Argentina is their grit and passion, and they're never a team that ever really get beaten by 30 odd points. It's very rare that you'll see that happen to them. And I think everyone was quite surprised. I think everyone was quite surprised in a few selections as well, because obviously Sanchez in that 10 role was missing. Did that selection sort of surprise you, sort of putting a wing who's notorious a wing in at the 10 position?
Yeah, to be honest, I was surprised as well, because a year ago the boys won that game, that first game with against New Zealand, and I wasn't expecting that result. But at the same time, I was watching the game, and I was watching New Zealand played a fantastic game in every area. Even if Argentina was defending very well, you cannot be defending 20, 30, 40 minutes, 50 minutes defending is too much. So it's so at one point they're gonna break that line, and the way they were running into that defense was wow. So I was surprised with. Of course, we know the All Blacks. We know how they play, how intense it is, and how they attack, how they defend. They do everything right. But this game, I was really surprised with the All Blacks, the level of rugby they were playing, and for my boys, I was they were having the first 15, 20 minutes, they were having a very, very good defense, a strong defense. But as I said before, you cannot be defending the whole game, because in one moment you're gonna break, and that was the case. So and then about selection, I think it was. I wasn't surprised with the selection, to be honest. I think we need to find the balance. I think we need to start inspiring better the players to play better rugby. Nico Sanchez is not playing in a great level at the moment, so he's probably tired of the session of the season in Europe, long season. You know about it. So we need to find a balance with Nico, with the other number 10s. For us, the number 10 is very important for the system, for the structure of the game and of the team. So, but at the same time, as I said before, I think the problem for us was the All Blacks, the level of rugby they played, and hopefully tomorrow we can wake up and we can have a better game.
Yeah, I was surprised at the level of, everyone always talks about New Zealand being a fast-flowing, very skillful team. But what impressed me was the level of physicality they brought. And they did it from the opening kickoff. They kicked long, deep, carried across the field and got absolutely smashed. And it sort of set the benchmark for the game. And that's what sort of really impressed me about New Zealand. Yeah. Saying that, Juan, you've been involved in, how many caps you got for Argentina? 85 or something like that?
87, yes. Yeah,
87. Don't sell you short, 87. So you've been in situations where things haven't gone your way, and you're in camp and you've got to bounce back, and it's not going to get any easier. You know that New Zealand are relentless. They've made a few changes. Damien McKenzie's in at 10, which some people be like, oh, he's not really a 10, but he's played a lot of 10 in Super Rugby and he's a world-class player. So that it's, what's coming at the weekend. What are Argentina saying behind closed doors now to get things ready for the weekend?
Yeah, and at the same time, you said like McKenzie they put it on the number 10 jersey, and we are playing with our number 10. Our number 10 for tomorrow is going to be a fullback and a winger. He normally plays winger, so it's another big challenge for the team. It's another big challenge for this guy Carreras. But
the coach must like something there, though. The coach must like something in Carrero in terms of like, I'm going to take you from playing in on-position fullback wing, and I'm backing your skills to play.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I think it's a good moment. Even if you are playing against the best team or one of the best teams in the world, it's a good moment for Argentina to start like giving the young players opportunities to show their rugby. This guy Carreras is an amazing rugby player. He's playing for Gloucester at the moment. He had an amazing season last season. So I think it's time to make like tough decisions and to give them confidence to play rugby, to express themselves. I'm happy. I'm happy with all these changes. They are playing with our number 12 and 13 for tomorrow. They have 21 and 22 or 20 and 21, something like that. So it's okay. Let's try. Like,
and that's the good thing. And that's another thing I want to get into with you, Juan, as well, because obviously they used to have Argentina used to have the team in the Southern Hemisphere competition, the Super 14, but that's finished now. Yeah. What is the sort of state like in terms of like academy rugby and bringing players through? Because we've seen that there's a few guys who've leaked over to our team in the MLR, like Benji Benosa, who's really shined. I think he's a great player. And when I saw him train, I was on the phone to our general manager back in Northampton saying, listen, you need to take a look at this guy. He's good to play, rugby in the Premiership. And now sort of on the Premiership to play for the USA Eagles. But, what's the catchment pool like, keeping Argentinian players in Argentina, keeping them?
Yeah, in the last 4 or 5 years, we had this Jaguares team, playing Super Rugby, and that was massive for the country, for the rugby in the country, because we were like developing players all the time. And now last year, since they like the Super Rugby, now they're gonna play with all New Zealand, all South African, all Australian. So I know Jaguares, that was a bad thing for us, because we were doing it was very positive for the rugby in Argentina. Now we are in a different position, different situation, because every player as it used to be like 10 years ago or 7 years ago, we were all playing in Europe. Yeah. So now it's hard, because you play the long season in Europe, then you have to play internationals. So it's hard to find the balance, because the clubs wants you to play for your club, the presidents, the owners, about it. So and then they, and then you have to be playing for your country, giving you 100%, and at the end of the day, you don't have any rest time. You don't have a time off to rest.
Yeah, just to rest and get away from the game.
Yeah. So at the moment, we are now we are getting used to this, and of course it takes time to adapt to this again, because we were having this amazing thing with Jaguares in Argentina, all based in Argentina, playing Super Rugby, then playing the calendar was perfect for us, as it is for South Africa, Australia, or New Zealand. But now we have to adapt. We are Argentina. It's never easy, and it's the way it is. And for me, we need to take that out from our heads and try to enjoy the massive opportunity we have playing the best teams in the world in amazing stadiums, like getting the chance to go to Europe, to South Africa, Australia, New Zealand, and everything, and try to enjoy it. I know it's hard because today the rugby is so intense, and it's like you need to find this balance, but that's it. It's the way it is, and we need to adapt ourselves. So yeah.
Do you think, Juan, that the MLR growing in the in America, in North America, would there be a chance of maybe South America teams slipping in there, maybe seeing a couple of Argentinian teams popping across the MLR and joining that league?
I think that would be amazing. Like that will help a lot. That will help the US. That will help the South America rugby, because we can make a bigger and stronger competition all together, and we can try to find this balance with the calendars, and I think 100%. And I heard that there are things going on, hopefully, but I agree with you. I think that will help.
What you're telling me, Juan, is you're going to be the forwards coach, I'll be the backs coach, and we're going
to. I'll be so happy.
Buenos Aires, what are we going to call them? Buenos Aires Angels?
No, let's call it. I don't know. You. Tell me you.
Right. Anyway, I asked you before, what's it like? What's it going to be like in camp for Argentina? Like facing the Giants, arguably the best team in the world at the moment, the way they're playing. What is going to be the mindset? How are they going to change things? It's very difficult for sort of like an outsider to understand the mindset of a professional, and especially international rugby, because you have to have the mindset that you can win every time. And obviously when you come off the back of a bad loss and you're playing the same team who are a world-class outfit, you're thinking, okay, what's the result here? Is the result, being within 7, being close, or is the result, no, we want to win. We want to win the game. Or is the result, no, we're a developing nation at the moment. We're trying different combinations, trying different guys in positions. So just acting the best.
Yeah, I think you said it all. Like it's a mix of all those things, all those like situations, like these combinations of young and new players in different positions. But I think you always prepare yourself to win, even if you are playing against the best. As it happened last year, it was our first win against the All Blacks. And I think the boys are preparing, like they had because I spoke to them as well, and they had a very good week of training. But I think first of all, and I know that the focus for them was to have the ball first, like the possession, to start manage better the ball, the possession and the territory. So because that was one of the negative things last week. So first of all, that the scrum, the lineup went well, but like our lineup has been like really good the last 3-4 years, and we need to put it back again in that place. And then like with this new number 10, with this new blood coming in, I think that will make a good impact on the team. So then it's hard to say, because you can speak to them, you can talk to them every day, but then it's them who feels like the motivation and all these things and feelings.
They're the only guys who take the field and can get the job done.
Exactly.
Yeah, and so Juan, as well, I was going to ask you, how many times you played New Zealand, you personally?
Probably around 10, 12, or 10. 10.
What's the lasting memory of playing, someone like New Zealand? Is it facing the haka? Is it, the sheer quality of skills that they show? I remember I've only played New Zealand 3 times. I think we lost every time I played. And there was always a part of me that was like, I played against Kieran Reid and he broke off the scrum, and I was playing on the wing and he broke off the scrum and he got all the way to me before anyone got near him, and he put away Charles Piutard down the right side. And there's just moments like that. I'm just like, Jesus, I know why he's one of the best players in the world now. Do you know what I mean? And even like at my point where I was playing for England and was playing against world-class players in the Premiership, there were still bits in the game where I was like, Jesus Christ, that guy is good.
It's amazing. Yeah. Oh, and you're playing against the best 15 in the world. So it's it's amazing. It's amazing always to be testing yourself against the best. So I really enjoyed. Because someone asked me that question like a couple of days ago, and I was trying to think, and if I try to think, I think that the best feeling it comes to my mind is like enjoying playing against it. Like that week was so amazing, like preparing this game, of course preparing the game to win, but knowing that you are playing against the best players, and it was amazing. As you said, Kieran Reid, Jerome Kaino, Mako, Borden Barrett, and all of them, like it was really amazing, but very frustrating too, because when you prepare a game to win and then you see the scoreboard and it's like 30-9 and you say, oh. But it's the way it is. You are playing against the best, and you learn. I remember learning a lot playing against them. So that's my first like memory playing against the All Blacks.
So talking about the All Blacks, we had on Andy Ellis was our guest last week. He did a prediction for the game, and he sort of said that he felt that New Zealand were going to run away with it in the first game, which they did. But he predicted the second game as well. He said, "Oh, can I come back?" I said, "No, you got to predict it then." And he thinks that Argentina are going to get closer, and it's going to be a bit more of a. I think he gave them 7 points, 8 points to New Zealand. Is that sort of what you'd expect? Do you think that things are going to be turned around, that there won't be such a breeze for the?
Yeah. To be honest, I hope the boys can finally find this game, like the execution can be better than last week. Hopefully. It's hard. I never say like I.
Give me your prediction, Juan. Give me your prediction. I know it's hard as it is. Give me your prediction. Give me a scoreline.
I think the All Blacks will win, but it's gonna be by. Similar to Andy, I think between 5 and 10 points, hopefully. But to be honest, I have faith on the team, and hopefully they can surprise the All Blacks, and they can make this impact. But I think the All Blacks will win.
Well, I always think this. I've always said this about New Zealand as well, and I keep probably putting my hand in my mouth. But if you can hang with New Zealand and you can be within the game within the last 20 minutes, I feel that's when New Zealand start to panic a little bit, and that's where you know their faults lie, because they are a brilliant rugby team. They've always got a conveyor belt of brilliant players coming through. One guy gets injured, another guy steps up. They've got Richie Mo'unga, they've got Bowden Barrett. They're not even using either of them. They're putting Dane McKenzie at 10. He'll be world class. You know what I mean? They have a conveyor belt of guys coming through all the time. But where I think they do come a little bit unstuck is that they sort of expect the game to be done after 60 minutes. And I think someone like Argentina, if they can hang in there, and with 15 minutes left, they'll be looking at the scoreboard and thinking, "Oh, we're still in this. There's only one score in it. We're still." That's when I think that you talk about a surprise. Argentina can surprise. Yeah. So I think it's all going to depend on the first 60 minutes of the game, whether Argentina can just hang in there. I think what's got to be worrying for Argentina is scoring points. It's because, like I mentioned earlier on, the level of physicality that New Zealand brought to that game. Yeah, you're just literally like, oh Jesus, they're going to have to do something special to sort of to open them up. Which is why I think they've gone with picking the new 10. It's because he's got an eye for a gap. He's quick. He can make things happen, and so it'll be interesting to see how he goes there. So he will be pretty key to how Argentina run, sort of attacking wise.
Yes, 100%.
And if they score points, then I think they'll be in it.
Yeah, we need to stop. We need to stop defending. We need to start attacking. That's the thing.
It's what you're known for, though, like stopping defense and just being tough and turning over the ball in key situations. That's just Argentina through and through.
Yeah, no, I think we need to keep we need to keep that strong and hard defense, but we need to start managing better the ball and start like as you just said that our number 10 and number 12 and 13 young and very good players is a good challenge for them, because for the 13 is the first time starting and playing against the All Blacks, so it's amazing. But imagine how happy he is now. Like,
I know,
it's amazing. I would love to be in that place.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, well, we have it there from you and from Andy. We think there's going to be a rise in Argentina's stock, and we'll see a better performance of the weekend. But like you said, exciting time for Argentinian rugby. Young guys coming through, new positions, guys on the field. What an opportunity. What
100% agree.
Rise to the challenge, play the world's best and see where they stand and see how they fare against some of the world's best players. So looking forward to the game. Thanks for jumping on with me, Juan. It's always a pleasure to see you. Take care, and hopefully I'll catch you up soon to see, hopefully we'll see a surprise victory for Argentina. Who knows?
Yeah, hopefully. Yeah. Please, God, come on. Thank you, my friend. And it was a pleasure. Thank you.
Cheers, boy.